Every single person on the planet has an absolute superpower that no one's using, especially the men in the world. And they're the ones that need it the most. No, I'm not talking about blasting testosterone in the gym. And no, I'm not talking about day trading crypto and scamming a bunch of poor people. No, instead of that, I am actually talking about the power of journaling. And there are tons of different types of journaling. It's not just writing down your notes and your thoughts in a notebook. There's food journaling, finance journaling, workout journaling, emotion journaling, thought journaling, dream journaling. There are so many different ways that you can journal and so many benefits that you can gain from it just by writing them down and just by keeping a log. We as humans are going to pay more attention to things that we can track. And if we're tracking it and writing things down and keeping a log, we will pay more attention and see more success. A problem written is a problem halved. Charles Kettering said that, by the way. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about how journaling has personally saved my life and is a massive reason for all the success that I've been able to see in my life, and why I think men specifically are missing out on the biggest opportunity and the biggest help in a world where men are struggling mentally with their mental health, and it's only getting worse. And you know the drill. Men of all ages have taught from a very young age. Most of us are taught to bottle up our emotions and not speak on what we're actually feeling because we need to be strong and we need to be stoic. And I've talked about how that's incredibly toxic and not really the case anymore. There's a way to be strong and open about your emotions. But let's say you do have a hard time opening up to people. Don't open up to anybody. Write it down. There have been hundreds of thousands of moments where I felt alone, I felt scared, I didn't know what my next move was going to be, and when I wrote it down, I was able to collect my thoughts and find a plan of action. Did I speak to anyone? No, but just by writing it down, I was able to make myself feel less alone. Now that, of course, is talking about my thought journaling. It helps tremendously for people who struggle with things like OCD, rumination, ADHD, etc. There are thousands of psychological benefits to simply just writing down your thoughts, opinions, and sometimes, hell, people can write down their prayers and keep a prayer journal. That's the thing. There are dozens of different ways that you can journal. And the worst part, nobody's doing it. Nobody, especially our age, are doing it because they either A, have never been taught how to do it, B, never been exposed to how important it really is, or C, they think it makes them look or feel weak. I can tell you right now, I would not be sitting in this chair if it wasn't for the journaling that I've done religiously for the last 4 years. And that's the thing. I'm not sitting here writing Dear Diary every night in my bed. I take video journals. I take audio journals. I record myself speaking to myself and I say, okay, here's what happened today. Here's what's on my mind. That's what I say to myself, and I save the video and nobody else watches them. They're just for me, but it allows me in the moment to empty my brain and continue moving forward. When I feel cluttered and I feel like my brain is constantly filled with a bunch of information, I empty it all out in the journal. And then I can go back and watch them later and see what was on my mind months ago, and I can literally see a perfect history book of where my thoughts were. You are writing a history book about yourself when you're journaling. It's the coolest thing in the world. And that's just with thought journals. People write down their dreams, people write down their food. I will tell you right now, I am a full-time weight loss coach. I have worked with hundreds of clients, and every single one that I have worked with, I have told them to start a food journal. Just by journaling my food alone, me and my clients have been able to be more intuitive about our decisions, listen to our hunger cues better, stay fuller for longer, and lose weight on accident, just by writing it down. Remember, if you're writing it down and you're tracking it, you're paying attention to it. You're putting more care into it, and you will see more progress within it. So if there's something in your life where you feel it is lacking and you can't understand how to move forward with it, start journaling about it. If you don't know how to get into a certain school, or you don't know how to get a certain promotion at work, or you're having trouble raising one of your kids, start journaling about it. You will start paying more attention and making it real, tangible, actionable notes on everything you've thought about that topic. And when you are putting more physical energy into something and writing it down or recording it or doing an audio journal, your brain will get better at finding solutions. Now let's back up to the bigger picture, especially men, and why they think they shouldn't do it. Because honestly, most people don't journal. It's so effective and it's so simple that nobody will do it. They're too busy doom scrolling and thinking that their problems are bigger than everyone else's. When in reality, if they journal, they'll realize that there's a lot of bigger things at play. Dude, look at this right here. I keep a gratitude journal. I write down things that I'm grateful for every single day. Every morning, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for, 3 things in my control, and 3 things that are out of my control. I've done that every single day for the year of 2024, and it has helped me stay so much more gracious and realize all the blessings that I have in my life. And you know why I started that? It's because I'm incredibly stressed out, and I had a hard time slowing down and realizing how much good things I had going for me in my life. But when I started writing them down, paying more attention to them, I realized just how good I really have it. Now, I am not a psychologist, so I can't sit here and cite all of the studies talking about what it does for your mental health, but I will say this. I'm a 23-year-old man who started journaling 4 years ago, and in these past 4 years, I have seen the most exponential growth in my entire life. And yeah, I get it. I was young before I started, but I started a business, and I've worked with over hundreds of clients, built a social media following that's over in the hundreds of thousands, and I do not say this to brag at all. It is not that impressive, but to me it is. From where I was before, nobody knows where I truly was mentally before I started journaling. It was ugly. And now my mind is empty, my mind is clear, and my mind is at peace. I've never gone to therapy. I have a great network of friends, but really the thing that knows me best is my journal. You're basically just writing out a best friend. Think about it like talking to an imaginary friend that always is there to listen. That's what journaling does for you. And this is, again, mostly speaking on emotionally and thought journaling, but I say this because I care, because there is a mental health crisis in men. And if you feel like you have no one to talk to, which I promise you do, open up a notebook, open up your camera, open up the voice memos on your phone, and get to yapping. You will feel a feeling of release and a feeling of weight lifted off your shoulders that you have never experienced before. And guess what? It's free. So I encourage you watching this to start any sort of journal. And I want to know, what kind of journal do you plan on starting? Are you going to do a food journal to help you lose weight? You do a dream journal to track your dreams? Are you going to do a workout journal to help tracking your workouts? Are you struggling mentally and you need to just kind of organize your thoughts a little bit because you have anxiety? Do it. I'm telling you right now, I'm a really anxious person and it's changed my life forever. But I encourage you to start some form of journal after watching this video. And as you can probably tell, I did not script this video. I literally just said, I need to yap to my people about how important journaling is and how important it is. Changed my life. And if you're watching this, I care about you. And if you're a man, woman, or anything in between, and you're having a hard time mentally, I promise you, this is one of the best first steps that you can possibly take. I'm not saying it's going to solve every problem in your life. There are only so many things that we can actually control every single day, and how we speak to ourselves and how we treat ourselves is a big part of it. And if we can improve that through writing out all the negative thoughts and the positive ones, your life's going to start getting a lot easier. Now, even if just one singular person starts writing a journal after watching this video, I've done my job here. I don't expect this to go viral. I don't expect this to do crazy numbers on the algorithm. It's late at night on a Wednesday evening, and I'm just yapping. But I hope you can tell that this is coming from the heart and that I'm very serious about this. So if you're struggling mentally, you're struggling with something that you want to see more success in, start talking about it, even if it's just to yourself. Put it somewhere that's not up here, because you've got enough going on up here. If you want to learn more about how to better yourself through fitness or just through mental health practices that I've experienced from my journey, you just want to know more about me, I encourage you to subscribe. I've been having a lot of fun making these videos. Let me know if there's any other mental health based topics you want me to start talking about next. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week. I get to go to a wedding of one of my best friends this weekend. I'm super excited. And yeah, let's enjoy the rest of summer. Let's enjoy the rest of 2024. I'll see you guys soon. Keep it simple, big fella.